Okay, we're good.
All right. I'd like to call the order of the Big Muskego Lake Annual Meeting for August 10th, 2021 at 5:49 p.m.
Wait, so.
We've done the pledge. Roll call.
Commissioner Madden,
Here.
Commissioner Kubaki.
Here.
Commissioner Engelhardt,
Here.
Commissioner Kapusta is absent. Commissioner Terrence,
Here.
Commissioner Wolf,
Here.
I'm sorry, Commissioner Hamel, I'm sorry.
Here.
And we have a quorum present.
Thank you. Statement of public notice.
This meeting was noticed in accordance with the open meeting law.
Thank you. We have a public hearing on next year's budget. Anyone who wish to speak on the 2022 budget that is going to be presented by Sharon, you'll be able to speak after she talks.
Okay, thank you. Within the budget handout, the first three charts include the district's 22 proposed revenues of $30,730 and expenditures of $90,385, which amounts to an 8.5% increase over the prior year. And this is mainly due to the planned watershed restoration projects. Fees will remain the same at $80 for on-lake and $35 for off-lake residents. 2020 was also the first year that the fees were placed on the tax roll versus a separate invoice. And this new process went fairly well and saved a significant amount of staff time and funds. The last two charts recap the district's 2020 operating results and budget amounts for the current and prior years, which resulted in a projected fund balance of $126,000 to support future budgets and a $25,000 designated land reserve. And this concludes the budget hearing for the Lake District.
Do any of the commissioners have questions? Anyone from the public like to speak for, against, or make comments on the proposed budget for the Big Muskego Lake? Going once, twice? All right, I declare the public hearing for the budget closed. Need approval of the minutes for the annual meeting from July 28th, 2020.
Move to approve.
No, that has to be.
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which one has to come from? The minutes? Oh, all right. So
Sure.
since this is an annual meeting, this is a participation meeting from the riparian owners within the Big Muskego Lake Association. So I need someone to make a motion to approve the minutes from last year. Name. Do we have his address?
We don't need his address.
All right.
He's deputy commissioner.
That's fine.
This is
And seconded by, all right,
Who seconded? Tom?
Tom did.
Tom, okay.
Yeah.
these
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Deputy Commissioner's report regarding the status of the lake. Who gets to give that? Kurt Pylock.
I don't know how they.
It was on. There you go.
I'm on. Okay, my name's Leonard Pilak, for those who don't know me. Deputy Commissioner, I'm just going to report on Bass's Bay. Haven't been out on a big lake all that much due to the water level. It's been quite low, so not too many people venture out there, the type of boat I have. But what's going on Bass's Bay is lake level was quite low. We didn't have any spring rains. And a lot of the people who were trying to launch boats had issues, but we got them in. With this little bit of rain we've been having the last 3 weeks, it's greatly helped. So hopefully we can continue to bring the lake level up. Quite a bit of fishing going on Bass's Bay. I don't see any record-breaking fish being caught, and I see a lot of fish being tossed back in. So I don't think the limit, because there are certain limits on Bass's Bay and Big Muskego. So the people are abiding by the rules, and that's nice to see. And the young ones that are with them, they're learning the laws early, and that's a good thing. Clarity, the water's crystal clear. You can see down 6-7 feet. Very impressed with what's going on out there. One problem that has reared its ugly head, and that's purple loosestrife. It just started blooming the last 2.5 weeks, right into our good friend from the DNR, Jim Jackley, who worked on our restoration project back in the day. he said he's noticing it all over southeast Wisconsin, that it's just popping up everywhere, especially the Highway 36 corridor. It's just everywhere. So we did have a project back during the restoration where we had kiddie pools and we had purple loosestrife plants growing in them. The DNR gave us some beetles and they infected the plant, multiplied, and we took all the beetles out into the lake. And they kind of wiped out the purple loosestrife. We haven't seen much in a long time, but now it's starting, like I said, it's starting to rear its ugly head. So that was back in the mid-90s. So the project lasted quite a while. So it's something we may want to do next year or the following year, see how things progress. I know it's not our purview to educate the people on voter regulations, but we've got a big overturn of families on both lakes, and everybody's out there going nuts, and somebody's going to get hurt. And if you speak up and try and tell them, hey, before the warden taps you on the shoulder, I'm going to do the neighborly thing and let you know that this, you're a jerk. You have no right. Fine. Let the warden talk to you. I don't have a problem with that either. So I'm just wondering if maybe as a project next year that we get together with the DNR and promote a riparian rights owners voter regs program and get them educated. A lot of young kids out there doing some really foolish things, out there racing around at night with no lights on. It's getting a little out of hand. So hate like hell to see somebody get hurt. And that's about all I got for Bass's Bay. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Nice seeing you again.
Thank you, Mike. New business.
Well, I'm just going to touch on the rest of the lake.
All right.
Big Muskego. Yeah, the water levels are kind of back to normal now with the recent rain. Just to talk about the aquatic plant management this year. This is the most treatment of weeds in the lake that we've done in over a decade. We spent quite a bit of the budget this year for, normally we don't use that full allotment. We budget for a worst case scenario, and it was almost the worst case scenario this year with a lot of Eurasian water milfoil, curly leaf pondweed. The DNR is doing a weed control project this August on the western shore of the lake. Phragmites, it's a large, really tall, aggressive grass. You see in the ditches all over the place now. That's going to be treated with helicopters and drones on the western shore. I know they've got several acres out there they're going to be doing. As far as wildlife, there's 2 osprey nests that fledged 3 young each. The bald eagles nested in a tree this year. And we don't know the nesting success of those. Forster's terns, which are endangered, and we used to have a lot of them here. There hardly any of them were back this year, unfortunately. And as far as the fishery, the DNR is changing the size limit on Northern Pike. There's going to be a slot size limit where between 25 and 35 inches, you don't take those fish, but you're allowed a fish that's bigger than that and or a fish that's smaller, and with a limit of 2. So that's it.
Any questions for Tom?
Tom, did you want that video? Did you want the video played?
Video.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that was just supposed to kind of be played in the background, I guess, while people were enjoying,
We didn't
the
know
rest
that.
of it. Sorry.
How long, do you want us to play it?
It's just some scenery from the lake.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, okay.
Any questions for Tom? Thanks. Now, new business. Review of the 2020 audit and approve engagement letter for the 2021 audit.
The 2020 audit results reported a total fund balance of $185,589, which is a $23,000 increase over the prior year. And this continues to be a very healthy financial position for the district. Lastly, Baker Tilly has prepared the engagement letter to conduct the 2021 audit, which does include a minimal fee increase of $50. So if there are any further questions, we will need approval from the deputy commissioners for this item.
So it's, which one is
22. I think this one.
Oh, this is 22. Okay, I see. All right, so the cover on the sheet here is incorrect. It's actually the 2022 proposed budget and the 2019 audit, but the information.
The wrong one printed.
What?
It's the wrong one printed. I
Okay.
apologize.
Okay,
Mr. Mayor,
so where are we at?
trying to save some money.
What I read is correct.
What you read was correct. That's where I'm getting at. All right.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I didn't exactly hear. Was there talk of an increase in the Lake District fees? Is
No.
that what I heard?
No,
The
there,
engagement letter to conduct the audit.
no, what his question, is there, is, no, the fees are
No,
remaining the same.
No fees. They're
Oh.
remaining, yep, sorry.
All right, so do I need a motion from the crowd?
Yes.
So I need a motion from one of the riparian rights to accept the engagement letter and audit and review the budget. Any discussion?
Carl, is that second?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That passes unanimously. All right, now the adoption of the 2022 budget. Harvey? Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That passes unanimously as well. Thank you. Select the 2022 quarterly meeting dates of January 25th, March 22nd, May 24th, September 27th, and the 2022 annual meeting date of July 26th, 2022.
Sorry, who moved?
Len present, or,
Leonard?
and Tom seconded.
Okay.
Discussion? All the, oh, yes, sir. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes unanimously. Elect deputy commissioners.
Propose that we elect the same standing commissioners, if there's no objection.
Can I get a second for that? All right, seconded from Tom. All right, so the motion in the second is to keep the same slate of deputy commissioners. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That passes. Thank you for your service. Any communications and further business needed? If not, a motion to adjourn would be in order. All those in favor say aye.
I'm sorry, who moved?
Tom
Tom, okay.
and
And Larry seconded.
Larry, yeah.
Okay.
all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Adjourned at 6:04 PM.